You ever been there? That moment when the world goes quiet and the weight of everything presses down so hard you can barely breathe. It's 3 in the morning, the house is dark, and you're sitting at the edge of your bed, feeling like you're fighting a losing battle. The silence screams your mistakes back at you, every wrong turn, every missed chance. Doubt and fear build walls around you, and you wonder if you're really cut out for this. You've tried everything, calls, prayers, brave faces, but behind the smile you're crumbling. Every new problem feels like another punch, and you're staggering, barely holding on. You feel invisible, drowning in plain sight. This is the moment when it feels like the end of your story. But here's the truth, this is exactly where God starts to work. When you've run out of strength, that's when something greater can step in. The darkness isn't the end, it's the setup for a new beginning. You're a grinder, a hustler, always believing hard work will break you through. You've sacrificed, strategized, and given your all, but sometimes your best just isn't enough. The mountain doesn't move, the dream stays distant, and you start to question everything. Burnout sets in. Not just tiredness, but a deep emptiness. You've followed every rule, checked every box, but the house still fell down. This is the moment you realize your strength has limits. You're out of answers, out of energy, and finally admit you can't do it alone. That's not failure. It's the start of something new. When you're at the end of yourself, surrender isn't defeat, it's the turning point. Letting go of control is where real change begins. As long as you're gripping the wheel, God can't take over. He waits for you to say, "I'm done, I need you." That honest cry for help unlocks the door to the supernatural. Surrender feels like free-falling, but you're landing in God's hands. His strength is made perfect in your weakness. Don't see giving up as quitting, see it as holy surrender. This is where your story shifts, where divine intervention begins. Your surrender is the invitation for God to show up in your life. We fear rock bottom, but it's not a pit, it's a foundation. Sometimes you have to be knocked down to solid ground so something greater can be built. At rock bottom, pride and pretense fall away. You're left with what's real. Humility and clarity grow here, and miracles take root. Your comeback starts on this unshakable foundation. True strength comes when you know you're weak and let God fill you up. He's not looking for perfection, just a willing, empty vessel. Don't despise this place, it's where transformation begins. One day, you'll look back with gratitude, seeing this breakdown was the setup for your breakthrough. God is building a future bigger than you imagined. God's miracles rarely look like lightning bolts, they show up in quiet, unexpected ways. Sometimes it's a neighbor with a job lead, or a friend's call at just the right moment. The miracle isn't always the big event, it's the small, subtle shift that changes everything. Don't miss the blessing because you're looking for fireworks. Miracles can be a kind word, a smaller bill, or an idea in the night. God works through people, circumstances, and whispers. Your miracle might come from the most unexpected source. Be open, stop telling God how to bless you and just be ready to receive. The ordinary can be extraordinary if you have eyes to see it. The hardest part? Trusting God's timing. You want your miracle now, but God's timeline is perfect. Patience is faith in action. Waiting, watching, and worshiping in the hallway. True faith is proven in the waiting room, not when things are easy. Even when you see nothing, God is working behind the scenes. Don't give up because the answer hasn't come yet. Delays aren't denials. Every day you keep believing you're passing the test. Your rock bottom is the launch pad for your comeback. Keep believing, your turnaround is coming right on time.